Gottlieb, freshman point guard Brittany Boyd, and freshman forward Reshanda Gray. We'll start with opening comments from Coach Gottlieb, and then we'll open it up for questions for Coach and the girls.
Well, thank you guys for coming. It was a good basketball game, I think, between two really good teams on our home floor. We're very excited to get the win. UCLA does a really good job of making you play ugly a little bit, and we acquiesced to that for about 30 minutes with, I think, a pretty 10 minutes to start the second half. But I love that our team was able to grind it out in the areas where we needed to against a team that's really tough and talented. And then obviously we were able to get separation by doing what we need to do at the start of the second half with some adjustments. So excited to get the win. I think it's a big one for some separation in this conference. And we'll get ready for Saturday.
Questions for Coach and the girls?
Lindsay, what about those 10 minutes? Why did you guys have more efficiency on offense?
Why did we?
Those first 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think we sort of recognized some of the things that they were doing at the end of the second half. A lot of pressure on the ball, a lot of switching, all screens, and so we made a couple adjustments at halftime to kind of take advantage of that. And I thought our players did a great job. We can draw up whatever, but if they don't make the play, it doesn't work. I thought we finished better. I thought we took advantage of the looks that we talked about, and we made plays. And once we started scoring, I think we just settled in a little bit. They make it really tough to score. They did that down there against us and up here, and then we tightened up. And I think just hitting those first couple buckets allowed us to breathe a little bit and play a little bit more Cal basketball.
I guess the 10 minutes right after the first 10 minutes when the Bears were really on the roll, then the lead kind of got shortened down and it was a much more closer game. What did, I guess, UCLA do to adjust to what, the halftime adjustments that you had?
Yeah. Right. You really want to talk about the other 30 minutes? We could just talk about those 10. I mean, they're very good. And there's no question that their pressure bothered us and we turned the ball over too much, and that's what kept them in the game. I thought our defense against them was a lot more solid. I think we didn't give up as many easy looks as last time. Obviously, we shot the ball really well, 68% in the second half. We just gave it back too many times. And again, they credit them. They make you play that way. It's funny, Darren Scout, we were talking at the end, they've won their last 4 in a row, 2 of which were in overtime, and had extreme comebacks, like 2 or 3 times, and we knew they were going to put the press on. That's what they've done. They can't really do it for 40 minutes, I think, because of depth. And I thought it's funny, we did a really good job, obviously, of breaking it initially, and then, we play fast, and sometimes that's going to mean a lot of quick buckets, Boyd to Gray, and we've heard that before, and we just made a couple turnovers with it, but, that's why we have a young team. We keep getting better and trying to prepare for postseason as well, so I think it was a good experience for us.
Why do you think you were able to make those adjustments today as opposed to the game down there, just the team rolling in more experience?
Yeah, that's a really good question. We talked about that all week. We're better now. I mean, I think that we feel more confident to go to different parts of our game. Coming off the non-conference schedule, we had just abused so many people in the paint, and at the free throw line, after we shot a high percentage, we got to the line. We got down to LA, and we didn't get those plays, make those plays that we've been making, and I didn't feel like we necessarily felt as confident to say, okay, we can score in transition, we can score from the perimeter, we can mix it up. And I think that from that point on, our players did a really good job of listening to our coaching staff's messages, saying we need to get better in these areas. And we've seen now that we can respond and win games different ways. Leja's had big shots. Obviously, Brittany has just stepped up her game. I think the ability to play off each other, Sherb hitting mid threes when people sag in. I just think we're a better basketball team than that, and more resilient mentally.
Hey, Coach, when Brittany's barging into the lane in transition repeatedly, what needs to happen? Obviously she's trying to pass the ball and involve other people, but part of it is she needs to be selfish. Maybe tonight's the night that you go to the free throw line 20 times and make 15.
Right.
I mean that's part of the maturation process, right?
Right. I've said this many times. There are hundreds of reasons I love coaching Brittany Boyd. I love coaching her. She has a really high basketball IQ. She's obviously, incredibly talented, as talented as any player I've been around, and she wants to learn. I have a feeling, and I kind of just my gut reaction has been I need to let her learn through doing, and instinctually, she often does the right thing. It's funny, we were breaking that front line pressure. I don't know that anyone else could have done that, and then we were in attack mode, and it cost us 2 turnovers, and then the next 2 or 3 plays, we scored off of it. So part of it's like, I have to live with some of the decisions, and she'll learn kind of when to make which pass, who where people like the ball, being able to adjust on the fly. But I thought, those are just things that'll come with film, and we'll get better with it. And I know she doesn't like to make turnovers, but I feel like it's all part of the process of even becoming a more mature point guard. So yeah, there's times that she passes that she can shoot, and times that she makes a pass that no one else even sees. So
Brittany, can you talk a little bit about your mental state during that stretch? Like it was kind of up and down, and then you came back out, and then you guys recovered. You guys hit free throws. Can you talk through that piece?
During the turnover?
Like during the part where like they came back.
I was just pretty much focusing in and not letting the turnovers get show that they're bothering me, even though they were bothering me a lot. That's pretty much just focusing in, playing defense instead.
Reshanda, you had a couple tough going during the first half. You had a lot of shots in traffic that were getting blocked or going out of bounds. And it seemed like in the second half you got more under control and more on the flow. Can you talk about what changed?
I realized that I wasn't like going to get contact, being contact before, and I was just going up soft. So I only had 4 points, plus I was in kind of foul trouble in the first half. So I knew I had to pick it up in the second half, and I just kept going at him, and I could stop. And
UCLA's ready.
when we played at LA, Raquel, she snatched the ball in my hands. So just watching film, Coach G kept playing it over and over and over. So I'm like, I'm taking this like too personal. She ain't finna snatch another ball out of my hand. I'm gonna snatch it out her hand before she gets to me. But yeah, I just took it really personal and toughened up.
Hey, Reshanda, can you just talk about that first period of time in the second half? You guys really run well together. Just wondering if even if you guys even have all 5 of players that really run well on the floor together. I was thinking maybe should we see Jen, Reshanda, Eliza, Lasia, and Brittany together because maybe they run the best. And it just looks like the team really starts to click in transition.
Do you like that lineup? I like that lineup too. I have a data analysis of every single possession, every lineup that we've done in combination. Right. And that's not our best over the course of the year, but it's a good one, particularly in certain situations. We go with that small Arizona, we went that small lineup a ton. But with a matchup like Markel Walker playing the 3, we needed Sherb in there to guard her, and Sherb's knocking down shots. So we like the small lineup. I mean, when I say small lineup, I mean the 3 small guards and the 2 smalls. But when they have an ability to move Markel to the 3, and that obviously was a matchup issue, and it's hard to put one of our smalls. I love that lineup. I love that we came and talked about that we have lineup options. We feel like in different flows and all the film I watch, we get different things with different people in. So I don't think tonight was the night for that lineup, but we definitely use it quite a bit and love the fact that they're all ready.
So speaking of lineups, though, it seemed like your offense struggled when Lasia was out with foul trouble. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Lasia's really good. On our team, she has the best ability to create her own shot, and she has a really complete game where she can shoot the 3, she can go all the way to the rim, and she can pull up. The other thing is, she plays a lot of minutes, so we're in a rhythm. And we turn the ball over in that last 3 minutes. I expect all of our players, when whoever gets minutes, we expect them to perform at a really high level, and they do. But it is the time of year where you understand, who can do what, and we are relying quite a bit on Lasia when things are stagnant, and I think Lasia and Boyd create for other people and can create for themselves a little bit more than some other people. We had Gray and Lasia out with foul trouble at the end, and we're a team where you usually don't miss a beat with that. And back in the day when we had Ash and Dev, I would literally lose sleep at night going off they get in foul trouble because we were so reliant. And now it doesn't really matter that much because we're so deep. But there's no question that Lasia, helps us with our ability to put the ball in the basket.
There's still several games left, but to have a 2-game lead in second place now in the conference, what's the significance of that?
I think that's the type of stuff for us and the coaching staff to think about, and we try to keep them focused just on what we're doing in practice tomorrow and the next thing and the next challenge. But as we get closer to March, there's a lot of talk about postseason and your resume and how ready are you. And I think it's big. I think it's important. I think we're now starting to stockpile some meaningful wins, and I think we're if you look at your last 10 or whatever. We're now 9-1 in our last 10 when they look at those charts and all that. But we just need to make sure that we're better in help side defense tomorrow than we were today, and that we're finishing baskets and all that, and let kind of the results stack up on their own.
For Brittany and Reshanda, the crowd was getting a little restless by the end. You guys are freshmen, and you guys normally at home always have great success. How did you kind of get past that and just play basketball?
I have to say, teammates, like, we, like, make a bad play or something, they're, like, always positive, like, come on, let's go, like, you got it, let's go. Like, if, like, I have my head hanging down, like, Abigail come over, like, let's go beast mode, and she'll say something like that. So I definitely have to, like, give props to my team.
Yeah, I say the same thing. Teammates, they're just always there, like pretty much when we make a bad play, or if we're not acting like ourselves, and they know how we should be acting. It's always in our ears, it's motivating us. Yeah, tells us to just keep on pushing.
On and off the court.
Any last questions? All right, thank you.
Thank you,
Corey
guys.
Post will be